Hello again. Still working on the next couple of proper reviews, but for the moment, I'd like to do my part in making a better society.
Now, you've all heard of the movies? Scary movie, date movie, epic movie, Meet the Spartans, disaster movie. These things are generally categorized as parody. This makes me feel literally sick in the pit of my stomach. And I know I'm not alone. A parody is, in common usage, the taking of something familiar and putting it in either an unfamiliar setting or light, resulting in comedy. One example is Spaceballs, which takes characters like Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, and Yoda and makes them unfamiliar. Vader becomes a scrawny screw-up, Chewie becomes a goofy dog-like sidekick, Leia becomes a valley girl, and Yoda's into merchandising. Things are over and underplayed, exaggerated, and turned on their head to comedic effect. Also a parody is Enchanted, which places familiar kinds of characters in an unfamiliar setting. The new setting makes the absurdities of the parodied material stand out and thus easily exploitable for laughs. But the movies? They make references. They take a series of things from pop culture and attach a basic joke to them. They don't integrate jokes, they simply tape them onto references. Yeah, Britney is so crazy! Transformers! Hey, I know Transformers! And YouTube! I know YouTube! Ha ha! They just throw sex, gay, and fart jokes in with pop culture references and exploit the easy laughs. Indiana Jones and midgets? Comedy! So here's my contribution to society. A word to distinguish this kind of thing from actual parody. I give you Degrody. Degrody, the application of basic jokes to cultural references meant to emulate comedic parody. In other words, a degrody is a parody of a parody, which in fact describes the movie's progenitor, Scary Movie, perfectly. Movies can have both deg and parody. In fact, most parodies will fall back on degrody from time to time. And a degrody can have moments of actual parody. For a non-movie example of degrody, take Family Guy. At its best, it manages great parody. At its worst, it falls to degrody. Just references with jokes tacked on. So there it is, degrody. Use it and see if we can't make it part of the language. Why bother? Because if there's a negative word in use for movies like this, people will be forced to consider whether or not what they're making or watching qualifies as such. This will in turn reinstate the standards associated with parody, theoretically. This all relies on either Hollywood and or the American public demonstrating the capacity for shame, but I still say it's worth a shot.
Well, this has been Victor with the Junkyard. See you soon. And remember, Degrody.